This is a 1952 Cogolin. This is a really unique vehicle in the fact that it's basically two Citroën 2CVs that were cut in half and put together for a real purpose. So Cogolin is a small town in rural southern France, and they had a fire department that back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, they would patrol some of the rural roads at night. They initially used a traction avant, which was a typical French Citroën car at that time. And one of the problems they ran into was the roads were very narrow, and a lot of times they would run up the road and there would be a tree or some other kind of debris in the road, and they couldn't get by. So they would have to back up sometimes for up to a mile to find a place in the road that was wide enough they could turn around. And they actually had a workshop, so they said, why don't we build a car that'll go both ways? And that's what the Cogolin is. So the Citroën 2CV is a front-engine, front-wheel drive car. So really the back part of the car really doesn't do anything. So they took two of the cars, they cut them in half, put it together. It's a little bit more complicated than that. But they actually used the car for over 20 years for the purpose that it was intended for. They scrapped it in the 70s because they had people complaining on the public roads that the car scared them, because one of the other unique things about the car is that it has two sets of headlights. So if you're following it and you see a set of headlights, you're thinking, hold it, well that's a regular car going the wrong way. It could be coming at me instead of going away from me. So people didn't like that. But it's pretty simple in terms of how to drive it. What they did, depending on which way you're going, is there's just a simple pin that goes in the steering column. So the back set of wheels would be pinned, and they would be going straight. So if you ran up upon an object and wanted to go the other way, all you did was put a pin in this side, took the pin out of that side, and then got out, came to the other side, and drove away. It also will do, we're going to show you later on some fun things it'll do that really was never intended for that intent, but because it's got really four-wheel steering, it'll do some kind of oddball thing.